Hello, my name is Liz Jeffries, and I am presenting my thesis entitled Instructions from the Past, Technical Writing in the Ancient World. When we are creating our personal identity, many of us draw strength and connection from understanding our history and where our ancestors came from. The same is true for professionals. Even in fields that strive to innovate and be current, we find power and validity in knowing the history of our profession. My field is technical communication, sometimes called technical writing, which is an umbrella term encompassing a lot of different job titles. A technical communicator is anyone who uses graphics and technical writing in various media to convey technical information to their audience. Technical writing is not only the title of our profession, but also a category of writing that uses clear and concise language to inform, instruct, or persuade their audience. Technical writing consists of many different genres. A genre is a form of writing that has achieved a standardized structure and form. An example would be an email. Even if the content changes, almost every email has a to, from, subject, greeting, body, closing, and signature. When you look at the history of technical writing, however, many scholars believe it only really started in the 1900s with the growth of engineering programs and increasing in popularity with the explosion of technology after World War II and the need for user manuals to go with them. While this may be a true history of the profession of modern technical writing, it seems a short history for a category of writing that seems to be so vital for flourishing civilizations. Other scholars have acknowledged the lack of research into technical writing history and the consequences of that lack to the field. In his 1994 essay, William Rivers writes, "Despite the incredible growth in the study of business and technical writing, large gaps in our knowledge still exist." He goes on to state the importance of this research writing. Our work, if done well, should help us show our students that their study of writing and the writing that they will do in their careers is the continuation of a rich, complex, and very old cultural tradition. In 2011, Michael Moran and Elizabeth Tabot extended his work, adding in new studies that had been done and comparing it to the themes and conclusions in Rivers' essay. They stated the importance of understanding the history, writing, "Without research that defines its existence and its place in the history of the United States and Britain of a minimum, and its contributions to these countries whose histories underpin our system of higher education, technical communication cannot be called a discipline." They go on to write, "We affirm and believe that the history of technical writing still has not been written. We find few studies that unearth technical writing or the genres that define technical writing and show their existence and development over a sustained period." They also include that studies are still needed on the earliest examples of technical writing, the evolution of technical writing since the emergence of text. My thesis not only highlights why we need more research into the history of technical writing as a field, but takes a brief look at the 5 ancient civilizations, looking at their technical writings and writers through the lens of their contemporary culture. I have chosen these civilizations because they all represent major elements in the creation and evolution of writing, as well as impacting our modern world today. You only need a brief look to understand the depth of technical writing that can be found in these ancient civilizations. For example, in Mesopotamia, their writing system, cuneiform, was created out of a need for accounting and administering their large urban centers and the large grain cereal storage economy they depended on for food and trade. They created a scribe class who trained for years, with the writers and information restricted to the palace and temple administrations. Some of the examples of their technical writing include letters, records, word lists, and contracts and legal documents. In conclusion, not only is there a wealth of research to be done into the technical writings and writers of the ancient world, but there is a great need for that research to be done. By researching these writings and incorporating them into our history and education, we can enrich our profession and perhaps learn from these instructions from long ago. Thank you for your time, and that concludes my presentation.